Hey everyone, let's start it out fast and furious today. Let's talk about the Super Bowl for all you sports fans out there. Looks like we got Kansas City Chiefs versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Um, I'm from Ohio, so I was rooting for Cincinnati over Kansas City. Obviously, they couldn't get it done, and I'm a Las Vegas Raiders fan, and they're in absolute state of turmoil, so they're not going anywhere this year or maybe next year. We'll see. So I'm going to root for Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles. Biggest reason is I like to see different team win. I know they won a couple years ago when they had Doug Peterson and that cast and crew, but it's a whole new ball game for them and a whole new team. So hopefully one of them can get it done. So go Eagles. Um, Other than that, let's talk about Adventures of Combat and Quest, my Kickstarter, real quick. Reached out to Drive Through RPG and it will be on there available for purchase in about 2 weeks from now. Looking at a price point of probably $6 for the PDF. It might be 7. Have to run the final numbers on that. About 120 pages overall for the PDF. If you get a chance to play it and you like it, awesome. Thank you. Do a review on it, and that can help out. The other thing is the level 5 through 9 stuff has not been extensively tested. Um, that was the cool thing about doing the PDF was, hey, you can reach out to me like, hey Ozzy, this needs a little bit balancing because this wiped our party 16 times. Cool. Let's adjust that and let's lower it down a little bit. Or it could be vice versa. We haven't had a challenge yet. Your game's terrible. Can we increase the challenge? Absolutely, we can do that. I don't think that's going to be an issue because it's very tactical in nature. And if you play your tactics wrong, you'll probably wipe the party. We almost experienced that last night multiple times. Um, Next on the agenda will be what games have I been playing? Other than playing Marvel Snap, and I got my Super Scroll this morning because he dropped down to collection level 4 and only 3,000 tokens, and I snagged him up. I have been playing some Path of Exile while I await some Diablo something season open beta Diablo 4, anything Diablo related that's new. But it doesn't seem to be happening, so Path of Exile it is my buddy that I've been on Discord for years. He started streaming again last week. And I was like, well, you know what? Why don't we try a hardcore character in this worthless mode where you don't find items and whatnot? So I played it, got the Act 2 boss, and got my hide killed, and quickly rolled up a ranger that I've never played in the game, and died right after the first area. Took about a day off, and I was like, all right, let's see the Scion. And they have like this cool thing that you throw whatever weapon you're using, and it is like a boomerang. Awesome. And then once you're later on, you get like a hammer ability where it spins around you. Awesome. Just complete the Act 2 boss. So, hey, we got further than we did before. Hopefully, we'll make it through. Maybe not. Highest I've been is Act 7. Highest in hardcore, I think I've been is Act 4. So, either way, by the time it gets, I die or succeed, something from Diablo should be available. So for today's topic on mental health, we're going to go over a box full of feelings. This is a great little worksheet to do with younger clients. You can also do it on yourself, obviously, because part of this is self-awareness, improving ourselves. Why we go through here. Again, always want to say it. If you are thinking about harming yourself, or you have somebody thinking of harming yourself, reach out to them. Talk to somebody you haven't talked to in a while. If you think somebody's going through a hard time, reach out. Say, hey man, you doing all right? Hey, good to hear from you. You'll see the number on the screen, 988. Call or text that hotline number. It's a national, mental health hotline number now. If it gets bad, obviously schedule yourself an appointment. If you're a veteran, go down to your local VA's office, schedule yourself a mental health appointment, and, just keep everything in check. Sometimes you just need a mental health appointment. Just be like, yo, I need to get this off my chest, and I need a non-biased person to validate some of my feelings and make me feel like I'm doing something good and, not berating me or treating me differently or judging me. A lot of times, the biggest reason why I have clients come in is they tell me, I want a non-judgmental person. I want somebody to be able to, say, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm going through. Let me process what I'm doing and how to do it. That's where this little worksheet comes in. Um, this is mainly used for, processing your feelings about a relationship with somebody. It also can be used to process, maybe you want to do something and, kind of like a little pros and cons, hey, this will make me really happy if, I make the basketball team. But I'm really shy and my confidence isn't really there. And I'm scared. I'm worried. Um, I tried out for the basketball team last year and I didn't make it, and my feelings were hurt, and I kind of felt ashamed. All those are in here, and it can let you process that to where maybe you've over the summer you improved your skills, and now you can make the basketball team. But let's talk about the relationship part of this. A lot of times with kids, they could have two parents that are divorced. They could have been adopted. They could have had some kind of trauma history, of physical, emotional, or sexual abuse, and they're trying to process all those feelings. For parents that maybe recently got back into a kid's life, I talked to a lot of parents that are working on custody cases. Some of the parents I've talked to, they haven't seen their kid in a while. They were working a lot of hours. Maybe they were working out of state, and now they're back home and they're trying to get that relationship with their kid that they haven't had. And one of the parents is like, hey, you did too much damage. So it allows us to process that. This is a great worksheet to do. Even just like I said, on your own, go through it. The other thing it really works on that I found is relationships with parents. As we get older, sometimes our parents, did some things as when we were younger, such as some kind of abuse. And as we get older, we process that differently, and we're like, you know what? They don't hold any power over me anymore. And as your parent reaches, their later stages in life, maybe they need someone to start taking care of them now, and you're like, you know what? I really don't want to. This worksheet comes in to let parents let you process what your parents did to you. And whether you decide to help them or not, or just throw them in a nursing home, that's up to you. I mean, that's neither here nor there. But this lets you process those emotions on, you know what, they did all these bad things to me, or it doesn't even have to be any of those. It could just be, neglect. A lot of times parents are very neglectful, and we don't realize that until we're later on. Sometimes we see that parents did the best they could, and you know what, we're like, hey, you know what, they didn't do all these, but they did all these things. So hey, you know what, they always made me calm. I have a lot of joyful memories of them. But I'm hurt that we only did things once a year, and anytime outside of that, it was very frustrating that my parents didn't help me out. Again, the feelings are here. Go online. You can find all kinds of feelings. This is just a nice worksheet that I use with people to get their feelings and give them an idea what feelings are. Because a lot of times we're just like, what are feelings? I'm happy. I'm sad. There's a whole range of emotions, and any kind of relationship that you have with somebody goes through all these emotions. Heck, you could have a fight with your significant other one day. Pop up this video, look at this worksheet, print it out, write it down. Hey, you know what? You made me mad today. I was hurt when you did this, but I'm excited about us working on this and getting through it. It can be as simple as that. Just building communication. Next week, I really want to, or next video, I mean, I want to focus on communication and talk about how communication is probably the key to everything. Any relationship requires a constant working on communication. Any kind of successful relationship is on communication. Now, communication could be through, in person. We could be texting. We could be calling on the phone. Whatever your preferred method, it doesn't matter as long as you are communicating. I know that when I really have something deep to say, I write it down. And then I'll read it, because to me, that's how I express myself. I'm able to sit down, take time to write it, read it back to myself, read it back to myself again, and say, okay, this makes sense. This is actually what I wanted to say. And then I get through it. That's always worked for me. Maybe try that out for yourself. Journaling helps out a lot too, like when we're processing feelings. But again, next week I really want to focus on talking about communication. So, and to finish off the video, like, subscribe, share the video, all that fun jazz on your social media, to get the thing out there. Got a cool guest that wants to come on, but I told him I was going to wait till we get 100 subscribers. So he'll have a cool talk, but we can bounce things off about talking about mental health since he's been on some podcasts about the topic he likes to talk about. And until next time, take time for yourself and work on that self care. Peace.